Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and our most welcome guests. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I once was lost. I could hear my mentor speaking with me. It's the circle of life. If you are to make the most of yourself, if you are to achieve all that you are capable of, then help others, as I have helped you. That's how life is. And when you find someone who needs your help, who really needs your help, be there for them. This is the path to success. I didn't fully understand what he meant when he said this. And when my mentor passed away, it was like having the light sucked out of me. I lost my way. I went from being happy to being down and depressed. The darkest depression I had ever faced. Friends and family tried to help. It was no good. I was so distraught, deaf to their offers of help and support. And then one day, they stopped calling. Exasperated, I guess, with my rejections. And so my darkness continued. And who was my mentor? Just an ordinary person, just like you and I. I believed in my mentor, and my mentor believed in me. There was nothing I felt I could not do, knowing that my mentor was there to help and guide me and to support me. And now, I'm all alone, full of self-pity and so down that I wonder why I keep going on. Why not just end it all and just be done with it? After all, no one wants me, no one cares for me, no one needs me. And I made sure of that, didn't I? Anyone who came close, I pushed them away until there was no one, just me on my own. On one of those rare days that I ventured out of the house, I found an old friend of mine sitting on my front doorstep. She'd been coming every day on the off chance of finding me. She called my name. It'd been so long since anyone had spoken with me that I wasn't sure whether I was imagining things. "Hello, stranger," she said. "It's good to see you again. You're a hard person to get hold of." As I turned to walk away, she touched my arm. It must have been a shock. I had forgotten what it was like to be touched. I must have flinched, and she said, "It's okay. I won't hurt you." She looked at me with kindly eyes, and then she said, "I need your help." Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. When I was confused, I looked back at her with a frown on my face. "Yes," she said, "I need your help. I'm teaching in school not too far from here, and we need someone to sit in the class for a short period. Normally we would get an agency teacher, but there seems to be a shortage, and that's when I thought of you. I know you've been through a rough time, but we have students who need your help. It will only be for 6 weeks. It pays well, and all you have to do is sit with the students. No teaching required." I didn't know what to think. No teaching required, just sit with students. I couldn't get my head around it. I don't know what happened or why, but a couple of days later, I found myself in a classroom with 17 students, all about 14 years old. I was puzzled. What was I doing here? The students, they were sitting at desks. Some were chatting, some acknowledged me, most ignored me. "Hello," I managed to say. And after a few moments of awkward silence, they had managed to communicate. Well, after a few hellos, the students went back to whatever they were doing. These were damaged students. They had had it much worse than I had ever had. These students, they came from broken homes, some with only one parent, some with abusive parents. Others lived in care homes. Some had alcoholic step-parents, and some, bizarrely, were carers themselves, looking after their siblings because their parents couldn't. And so I sat there. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Suddenly, there was all this noise. It was a mixture of crying and shouting, and without thinking, I shouted, "Be quiet!" And they did. One of the girls came over to speak with me. "So sorry, teacher. You see, our friend's brother was hit by a car yesterday, and he died. And I guess that she and we don't know what to do or say." In an instant, my whole attitude changed. Her brother died? I'm so sorry. What can I do to help? Gone from being angry, self-absorbed, to wanting to help in an instant. I didn't realize it then, but this incident would change my life forever. I could hear my mentor saying, it's the circle of life. If you are to make the most of yourself, if you are to achieve all you are capable of, then help others, as I have helped you. That's how life is. And when you find someone who really needs your help, be there for them. This is the path to success. And here, there were so many children who I could help. And so it was over the next 10 years, I remained at the school, guiding and being guided by the students. And little by little, they came to accept me, and I accepted them as their mentor. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. I once was blind, but now I see. Contest chair.